2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Doug with Life is Shirty. Hey, haven't done this in a little while, but I'm going thrifting during lunch today. Today is Wednesday. It is Wacky Wednesday at all Salvation Armies in my area. I don't know if that's nationwide or not, but that means all clothing is half off. So those are great times to cash in on, you know, items you want to sell so you can get the most profit when they sell on eBay or Etsy or whatever you're selling on. So just ride along with me, and we're going to go to Salvation Army, see what I can find during my lunch hour.
Running wild, smoking sets, drinking beer, and ain't trying to hear what I'm kicking in his ear. Neglected, but now with Joe, it got to be accepted. The what? The life is hectic. Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. No.
Pretty nice vintage Wrangler blue jean jacket, $9.99, half off. I think I'll take a chance on this. Hey everyone, I'm back in my truck now. It was pretty packed in there, otherwise I would have taken my phone out a little bit more and recorded a little bit more what I was looking at, but I didn't feel comfortable just with so many people around, you know. So I'm in my truck now and I have to go back to work, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to, you know, things I picked up. Then I need to show you right here in my truck. Okay, so here we are in my truck, and I've laid a few things out just to show you. Now you saw the Wrangler jacket that I picked earlier. I need to see exactly what era that's from. But I know it's older, probably 80s. I got it for $5, so I think I'll be able to. I haven't really researched any of this stuff yet. I'm just going to show you what I picked. So hopefully I'll be able to get a good return on that. And just a little tip, if you're out looking for vintage t-shirts or just t-shirts in general, I know they usually just have one t-shirt section, but don't count out the women's section and the kids clothes section, because right here I found this. It's an extra small Kansas basketball vintage t-shirt. I've never heard of this brand right here, Chip Pepper University, but it's very clearly an older t-shirt. I'm saying at least 80s, and it's got like a number 14 on the back. This is at least from the 80s. I'll have to look more into it, but I found this in the kids section, and it's very clearly an extra small women's t-shirt from the 80s, possibly the 70s. So I'm gonna look that up and probably be able to sell this for around $30 or more, hopefully. Another one I found in the women's section, because it's pink, I guess, because all pink t-shirts go to women's sections. This is just a Branson, Missouri t-shirt, but look at the tag here, the Hanes Heavyweight 50/50. This is a 90s tag, and I like to pick up these shirts that have city or tourist cities on them, tourist towns or landmarks on them. This should go in the store just fine for about $19.99. Next is this is kind of hard to show you this, I'm sorry, but it's like an outdoors type shirt with the netting in the front, and it's got the flap on the back. I know what you're talking about, but it's a Woolrich shirt. So Woolrich, I usually only buy Woolrich if it's the heavy cotton flannel shirts. But this one right here, the outdoors fishing type shirt, these sell well in any brand. So Woolrich, it was an easy pick for me, especially at the price of $3. Now here's a very large short sleeve button-up shirt. There is a mark on this right here, but I'm gonna see if I can't get that out once I get it home. This looks like it has been washed and starched, but I'm gonna wash it again and try to treat this stain right here. But this is a brand you're all familiar with, Patagonia. So I took the risk, and it's $5.99 and a half off day, I took the risk on this, hoping I can get this out. Even with that stain, I should at least be able to get my money back. You know, that's why I always think about when I'm taking a risk on something, how much am I paying for it? $3. Even with that little stain, do I think somebody will pay $3 for this shirt? Yes, I do. So if they pay anything more for it, then it's a win for me, just as long as you disclose the stain. Here's a brand of t-shirt. If you're not familiar with it, you should be. Life is Good. They always have the little stick figures, and here's the logo. You have the print on logo tag, and they do have some cotton tags as well. But Life is Good is not a big money maker. I pick up Life is Good because it's a very popular brand of t-shirt, and it sells fairly quickly. So these are things that I know will move. So I have no problem paying $1 for this t-shirt and putting it in my store for about $14.99 or so, $12.99, $14.99. Like I said, not big money makers, but they will sell, and they'll sell pretty fast. So just a little vintage tip right here for you. This is a vintage Fruit of the Looms tags from the 90s. I'm not sure if that particular tag goes back to the 80s or not, but it's definitely 90s. This is a UPS t-shirt from the 90s, next day air, second day air, promoting, I guess, when they started doing next day and second day air. So I picked this up, put it in my store, and I'm going to put it in for about $14 or $19.99. Here's another brand you should be familiar with. This is really popular with teenagers. Obey Propaganda. Again, this is not a very high money-making t-shirt. And there's the tag. Not a very high money-making t-shirt, but it is a popular brand t-shirt, and it will sell fairly quickly. And that's why I picked it up for 99 cents. And you know, a half off day, 99 cents just makes it that much more easy to make decisions like that. So here is a newspaper article t-shirt. I've seen several shirts like this. I've sold some for the city of Memphis before, when they had a big event in Memphis, and they take the front page news article of that event and they put it on a t-shirt. This is for the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. Here's another tag to be familiar with. If you're looking for vintage, it's Stedman. Stedman has a lot of t-shirts out there from the 90s and the 80s. So that is another vintage tag to write down. Okay everyone, there's a quick little haul for thrifting during lunch. And I hope you enjoyed just a few little pickups that I got. I spent $22 on everything that I showed you, and I even didn't show you about 3 or 4 items. I picked up a blank Jerzees, Jerzees brand t-shirt from the late 80s, and I just didn't show you that one just because it's a blank t-shirt. But if you've seen any of my sales update videos, you've seen that I've sold blank vintage t-shirts from the 80s and the 90s for about $19.99 a pop. So I was excited to get that as well. And I did pick up another Woolrich shirt. It's a newer Woolrich shirt. It's kind of a heavy cotton, and it was that great brown color that that I love and that people love. But it was a newer shirt. I should be able to put that in my store for about $24.99 to $29.99. And I think that's about it. But I'm on my way back to work now. I'm gonna see what's on the radio here, and just have you ride along with me for another minute while I go back to work. Hey, thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe for me. Hit that like button and send me some comments and tell me some items you've picked up this week that you think are gonna sell good for you in your store.